Good morning, class. Let us continue with the play Romeo and Juliet. This is the last scene, which is the fifth one of the fourth act. The place for this scene is Juliet's chamber in the Capulet household. And as we know that the time is early morning of Wednesday, the day on which Juliet's father has decided to marry her to Paris. That is one day before the prior arrangement. The marriage that was to take place on Thursday, now it will take place on Wednesday. And throughout the night, Lady Capulet, her husband Capulet, the nurse, the servants, they are all busy in the preparation for the wedding feast and all that. Now early morning, when all are gathered there, and there is the sound of music, that means Paris has arrived there, the bridegroom. Capulet tells the nurse to go to Juliet's chamber to wake her up and to prepare her for the wedding, because the bridegroom is there, that is Paris is there with the musician. So this much uh, happens in the fourth scene of the fourth act. So as I told you, the place for this scene is Juliet's chamber, and the characters are Juliet's nurse, which appear on the stage, Lady Capulet. Then comes Paris. After which, by the end of this scene, there also comes Friar Lawrence, because he is the one who is going to perform the wedding rituals. So all are there. But first, let us see what happens. First of all, as the lord of the house, that is Capulet, has ordered Juliet's nurse to go to her chamber and to wake her up and to prepare her for the wedding. So here is on the screen you can see Juliet's nurse enters her chamber, and here she is calling Juliet to wake her up, and she looks at Juliet, who is sleeping on her bed. And before that, I must remind you that in the last scene, Juliet has gone to sleep by drinking the vial full of magical potion given to her by Friar Lawrence. And the magic of that potion, that drink, herbal drink, was that Juliet will apparently be dead, that she will look as if she is dead, her body will be cold, and there will be no pulse, there will be no heartbeat, but actually she will be sleeping for 42 hours. So here she is sleeping, and the nurse does not know about this, because Juliet has not told the nurse about this drink and her sound sleep after that, etc. So when Juliet's nurse is calling her, is trying to wake her up, and she's not responding, now the nurse becomes somewhat surprised, because Juliet is not waking up. Then the nurse, as you see here, goes near Juliet, and there we can see that she realizes that Juliet is dead. Now this is a shock. This is a terrible shock, because Juliet is not responding to her calls, and when she goes near, the nurse finds that Juliet is dead. Actually, Juliet is not dead, she is sleeping as an effect of the um, potion, the herbal drink given to her by Friar Lawrence. Now, after this, she cries a lot. She shouts, and here we can see Juliet's mother and father, Lady Capulet and Capulet. They now enter Juliet's chamber, and they also realize that their daughter is dead. Since they don't know the real reason, they think that she died because of Tybalt's grief in her mind, because she was very sad. Apparently she was very sad after her cousin's death and all that. And Juliet's father expresses his sense of loss of the only child they had, that is Juliet. So Juliet's mother and father, they are grieving a lot. They are expressing their sorrow because their only daughter, their only child is dead in front of them on the bed. After this, we can see that there so many people are gathered there in the chamber. There are servants, there is Paris also comes there, and he expresses his grief, his sorrow over the loss of his would be wife, because it was decided that they will be married that morning, and now she is dead. She is cold and lying on the bed. Here you can also see Friar Lawrence coming there, and he knows exactly, only he is the person who knows that Juliet is not dead, but it is as per their plan. That is, there means as per his and Juliet's plan. It is the effect of the magical drink, the herbal drink which he has prepared and given to Juliet, so that she could look to be dead, but she'll actually be sleeping for 42 hours on her bed. And then to further make his plan successful, he tells everybody, he tells her parents that it is not the time to spend in sorrow and grieving, but they should prepare for her funeral, and they should take her body in an open carriage. Her body will not be put in a coffin. He makes this quite sure, because he knows that she is not dead, but she is just sleeping. So till Romeo comes there, her body should be kept in the crypt, the ancestral vault in the churchyard belonging to the Capulet family, because in Christianity there is this practice with the rich people, that they have their ancestral vaults, ancestral chambers, in which they put the dead bodies of all their family members together, and they are the underground vaults, chambers. It is also known as a crypt or a vault. Okay, so he says her body will be kept there, so let us prepare for that. And this is how we find that by the end of the fourth act, Juliet's plan of getting united with Romeo has started. That is, she is faking her own death, that she will be falsely dead. She'll be mistaken by the people to be dead, as per her and Friar Lawrence's plan, and here she is sleeping, and her family and all the members, they are thinking her would be husband, that is Paris, he's also thinking that she is dead. And now as per the suggestions of Friar Lawrence, it is decided that she'll be taken to the crypt that is in the churchyard. So here we come to the end of the fourth act. Now just one last act remains, that is the fifth act of this play, Romeo and Juliet, and it consists of three scenes. So let us see what happens in the last act, and how this tragic love story of Romeo and Juliet comes to an end, and how Shakespeare presents this tragic tale of Romeo and Juliet. Thank you.